Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today the topic of my presentation is plastic limit test, which are according to the ASTM D4318. Depending upon introduction, depending upon the water content of the soil, it may be classified into one of the following states: solid state, semi-solid state, plastic state, liquid state. In each state, the consistency and behavior of the soil is different and consequently their engineering properties. Consistency is the water content at which soil changes from one state to another are known as consistency limits or Atterberg limits. These limits were created by Albert Atterberg, a Swedish agriculturist. They were later refined by Arthur Casagrande. Now, what are the boundaries of consistency limits? There are three boundaries, which are shrinkage limit, plastic limit, liquid limit. Shrinkage limit, it is the moisture content at which a soil changes from a solid state to a semi-solid state. Now, plastic limit, it is the moisture content at which a soil changes from a semi-solid state to a plastic state. And liquid limit, it is the moisture content at which a soil changes from plastic state to liquid state. These are the three boundaries of consistency limit upon which we can conclude the result that this is in plastic limit, or this is in liquid limit, or this is in shrinkage limit. Now, plastic limit in the laboratory, the plastic limit is defined as the moisture content in percentage at which a thread of cohesive soil will just crumble when rolled into a diameter of 3.18 mm, means 1 by 8 inch. The plastic limit वो होता है जब हम cohesive soil के threads बना लें और उनके 3.18 mm के डाया के rolled threads बन जाएं, तो जब वो बन जाए तो उस स्टेट को हम कहते हैं प्लास्टिक लिमिट स्टेट. Plasticity index indicates the range of moisture through which a cohesive soil behaves as a plastic material. Plasticity index जो है वो इज़हार करता है cohesive soil के plastic material को. The range of moisture की नमी का जो range है through which a cohesive soil behaves as a plastic material. ठीक है, जिस वो नमी का वो रेंज जिसके अंदर वो प्लास्टिक में जो सॉयल है वो प्लास्टिक मटेरियल की तरह बिहेव करता है, वो प्लास्टिसिटी इंडेक्स. इट इज़ अ न्यूमेरिकल डिफरेंस बिटवीन लिक्विड एंड प्लास्टिक लिमिट. इट इज़ एक्सप्रेस्ड एज प्लास्टिसिटी इंडेक्स इज इक्वल टू लिक्विड लिमिट माइनस प्लास्टिक लिमिट. Atterberg defined the range of plasticity index as under. When plasticity index equal to 0, the soil is non-plastic and non-cohesive. When plasticity index is less than 7, the soil is low and plastic and partly cohesive. When plasticity index is 7 to 17, the soil is medium plastic and cohesive. And when plasticity index is greater than 17, the soil is highly plastic and very cohesive. This test might be seen as somewhat arbitrary. The result may depend on the person performing the test. However, fairly consistent results may be obtained. The practical uses of plastic soil includes bricks, जो हम ये ईंटें वगैरह बनाते हैं उनके लिए फ़ायदेमंद होती है. टाइल्स जो हम बनती हैं, सिरेमिक टाइल्स, सॉइल सीमेंट ब्लॉक्स जो बनती हैं, फाउंडेशन फॉर स्ट्रक्चर्स जो होती हैं, मतलब है जिन फाउंडेशंस पर स्ट्रक्चर बनता है तो उसको जो सॉइल है वहाँ पर भी अगर सॉइल इस रेंज में हो तो मतलब है प्लास्टिक लिमिट की रेंज में हो तो वो सॉइल पर स्ट्रक्चर बेहतर होता है. Now, equipments required for the plastic limit test: evaporating dish, rolling surface, preferable glass of minimum 12 inch by 12 inch, a 3.18 mm diameter rod to estimate thread size, spatula, balance sensitive, to 0.01 gram. Watering bottle containing distilled or tap water, moisture gauge, oven desiccator, sieve number 40. Now procedure to perform the experiment. Take a sample of about 20 gram of soil which was passed through sieve number 40. Thoroughly mix the sample with distilled water until the mass becomes plastic enough to be easily shaped into a ball. Take a portion of this ball, about 8 gram, deform the ball into an ellipsoidal shaped mass. Roll the ellipsoidal shaped soil between the fingers and palm or plan on the glass plate with just sufficient pressure to roll the mass into a thread of uniform diameter throughout its length. The rate of rolling shall be between 80 to 90 rolls per minute. When the diameter of the thread becomes when the diameter of the thread becomes less than 3.18 mm, break the thread and squeeze the pieces into a uniform mass of ellipsoidal shape and re-roll. Continue this alternate rolling to a thread of 3.18 mm in diameter, gathering together, kneading and re-rolling until the thread crumbles under the pressure before reaching the diameter of 3.18 mm. This shall be considered as a satisfactory endpoint. Gather the portion of the crumbled soil together and place it in a suitable container to determine the moisture content and record the result as the plastic limit. The mass of soil for determination of moisture content should be minimum 6 gram. Report the plastic limit to the nearest whole number. Calculate the value of plasticity index of the soil as the difference between its liquid limit as determined liquid limit test and plastic limit. When the liquid limit or plastic limit cannot be determined, report the plasticity index as non-plastic. When the plastic limit is equal to or greater than the liquid limit, then report the plasticity index as non-plastic. When soil is extremely sandy, this plastic limit test shall be done before liquid limit test. If plastic limit cannot be determined, report plasticity index as non-plastic. Thank you.